Hi, good morning all. So we have started that SQL conditional control statements. In that we have the next topic, that is nested if statement, or you can say compound if. Okay. So in this we have the if logic in this. Syntax is if condition 1, then statement 1, if condition 2, then statement 2, else statement 3, and if else statement 4, and end if. So if you see here within the if, again one more if it is, that is called as a nested if, we are calling it. If condition 1 is true, then statement 1 is executed, and check the condition 2. If condition 2 is true, then statement 2 is executed, else statement 3 executed. If condition 1 is false, then statement 4 will be executed straight away. So I want to write a program to check whether a given number is odd number or even number, and only for positive number. This is the requirement. Write a program to check whether a given number is odd number or even number, only for the positive numbers only. Whatever the given for the number is, it should be for positive number only. Then we can have the declare declare data type assignment operator colon n. That means in the runtime you have to pass the n value. Begin if n greater than or equals to 0, then dbms output underscore n of this positive number. If mod of n comma 2 is equals to 0, then it is a even number. Else it is a odd number. So if you see here, if n greater than or equals to 0, then automatically it is positive number or not, it is verifying. Once it is positive number, then only it will come inside. Okay. Again, it will verify whether it is a even number or odd number by using this mod function. If mod of n comma 2 is equals to 0, then it is a even number, else it is a odd number. Okay. So if this is if statement is false, if n greater than 0 is false, then straight away it will come to this else part, and it is negative number. So when I execute this one, the number if I am giving, suppose 9 I am giving, then it is saying failure skill procedure successfully completed, but I didn't get any output here. Why? Because I have to connect to the DBMS output here. Also, if required, you can use the set server output on. Now you can execute this one. So 9, it is a positive number, and it is a odd number. Okay. Same way if you execute for the any other number, suppose if you execute for the value 6. 6 is a positive number, and 6 it is a even number. Same way if I give -5, then straight away it is saying -5, it is a negative number. Okay, it won't check whether it is a even number or odd number. Straight away it is saying that negative number, and it is exiting from this program. Then we have the declare LV underscore country where cutoff 20. So assignment operator LV underscore country. So LV underscore currency where cutoff 20. Assignment operator LV underscore currency. Begin if LV underscore country is equal to yes, then DBMS output country is, so country name we are mentioning. If LV underscore currency is equals to USD, then DBMS output is US dollar, else any other It is a not US dollar. So I held here if it is, if this if condition, if LV underscore country is equals to US, this is failed, then it will straight away mentioning going to else part and it will country is not US, it will give you. Suppose country I am giving India, currency INR I am giving. What it will do? Country is not US. Okay. Suppose I am giving the country as a US. Currency USD. Then it is saying country is US dollar. Suppose country is US I am giving, currency I am giving GBP. Then this in country is US, not US dollar. So like that different scenarios we have to test it after writing the query also. Okay. So now this is the requirement how we are going to use this where class if statements, nested if statements. So this is the if is started here and again within the if one more if condition. That is called as a nested if. So next we have the case statement is there. So how will use this case statement? This is the syntax. Select a variable, assignment operator, case, expression when one, then statement one, when two, then statement two, when three, then statement three, else invalid statement, end case. Okay. So this is the default syntax for the case statement. So now how to write a program to convert numbers into day of the week. So this is the requirement. So write a PLSQL program to convert number into day of the week. So day of the week, how we are going to get? Using the suppose if I am writing like this, I am taking the one variable n number assignment operator. Okay. So declare n number, begin n assignment operator colon n. So that means in the runtime you have to pass the n value case n when one, then DBMS output it is Sunday when two, then it is DBMS output Monday when three, then DBMS output is Tuesday when four, Wednesday when five, Thursday when six, Friday when seven, Saturday. Else n is some other value. And you can say n is between the 1 to 7 only. So like that you can mention. So then I'm going to execute this one. So in the declare section, I'm taking one variable, and in the execution section, I am assigning the variable value using the runtime value. And in this case statement, I'm using this case when then it is some statements when two, then other some statement like that. I'm using this, and after that else part. So after that end case. So n value I'm giving as a 5 only. So then it is Thursday it is speaking. Suppose -5 if I give. then n is some other value. N range should be between 1 to 7. Okay, so like that you can use this case statement. So whenever you are using the case statement, you have to remember case, when 1, then when 2, then like that you have to conditions. This is the validation conditions, you have to write it here. Then what is the statements you are going to execute, that statement you have to write in this. So write a VLSQ program to display the grade values. Okay. So this,
సార్ వన్
yeah.
ఇప్పుడు పైన మనము అసైన్మెంట్ ఆపరేటర్ లో బోత్ సైడ్ ఈక్వల్ కు బోత్ సైడ్ సెమికోలన్ ఇస్తాం కదా, దానివల్ల యూజ్ ఏంటి సార్?
ఓకే, హియర్ సెమికోలన్ కదా, ఇది సెమికోలన్ అంటారు యాక్చువల్గా. కోలన్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు దిస్ ఈజ్ అసైన్మెంట్ ఆపరేటర్. ఇక్కడ వరకు అసైన్మెంట్ ఆపరేటర్ ఇది.
అవును సార్, అవును సార్.
ఓకే, ఇది ఓన్లీ కోలన్ అంటే ఏంటంటే బైండ్ పారామీటర్. బైండ్ పారామీటర్ అంటే ఏంటంటే రన్ టైంలో వాల్యూ పాస్ చేయడానికి మనం వాడతాం ఇది. ఇది కానీ వాడచ్చు, లేదంటే ఆంపర్సెంట్ అని కానీ వాడచ్చు.
ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే, సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్ n వాల్యూ, ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ 4, దెన్ అంటే ఐఎమ్ గెటింగ్ వెన్స్డే. అదే మీరు బైండ్ పారామీటర్ కింద ఇక్కడ ఆంపర్సెంట్ వాడారు అనుకోండి, n వాల్యూ బైండ్ పారామీటర్ ఇది వాడితే కోలన్ వాడినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఎంటర్ బైండ్స్ అని చెప్పేసి ఇక విండో వస్తుంది, అవునా?
అవునవును సార్.
సో అదే ఆంపర్సెంట్ వాడినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది మీకు,
సపరేట్ విండో వస్తుంది ఒక్కొక్క దాన్ని.
ఇట్లా ఎంటర్ వాల్యూ ఫర్ n అని చెప్పేసి డైరెక్ట్గా అడుగుతుంది. ఇక్కడ ఆంపర్సెంట్ వాడినప్పుడు ఇది ఒకటి వస్తుంది, ఇట్లా వస్తుంది SQL డెవలపర్లో. సో అదే కోలన్ వాడినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే మెనూ వస్తుంది, మెనూ టైప్ ఎంటర్ బైండ్స్ అని చెప్పేసి ఇక్కడ ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఎన్ని వాల్యూస్ ఉంటే అన్ని వాల్యూస్ ఇక్కడ డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్. సో అన్నిటికీ కూడా మనం వాల్యూస్ ఇచ్చుకుంటూ వెళ్ళాలి ఇక్కడ. ఓన్లీ ద డిఫరెన్స్ మెనూ డిఫరెన్స్, డిస్ప్లే మెనూ డిఫరెన్స్. అదే టోల్లో అయితే మీరు కోలన్ ఇచ్చినా ఆంపర్సెంట్ ఇచ్చినా అది సేమ్ ఇట్లాగే వస్తుంది మీకు. ఓకే, సో టోల్లో సేమ్ కోలన్ ఇచ్చినా ఆంపర్సెంట్ ఇచ్చినా ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఇట్లాగే ఎంటర్ బ్లైండ్స్ అని చెప్పి ఎంటర్ బైండ్స్ అని చెప్పేసి ఇదే వస్తుంది మీకు టోల్లో మాత్రం. బట్ SQL డెవలపర్లో సమ్ డిఫరెన్స్ విల్ బి దేర్, మెనూ డిఫరెన్స్ అపియరింగ్ విల్ బి డిఫరెన్స్, అదొకటి. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఇస్ లైక్ అప్ టు హియర్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద అసైన్మెంట్ ఆపరేటర్ and this is the bind parameter. Okay, next my requirement is write a PLSQL program to display grade values. So it is a first grade, and then that is excellent, division, very good, like that we are getting in the mark sheet now. So like that, if you want to display some grades, you can use the case statement like this. Declare grade character 1 assignment operator ampersand grade. If you see this, within the single quotes I am taking the ampersand grade. Begin case grade when A. So when you give the output, the input for this grade character A, then it will print the excellent. When it is B, then it will print very good. When it will C, well done. When it is D, you passed. When it is F, it is better try again. Like that we are giving. Suppose any other value, other character we are giving, then it will be no such grade will be displayed here. Suppose if we execute this one, it is asking enter value for grade. So suppose I am entering A here, then it is printing what is under here. When A, then it is printing excellent. When B, it is printing very good. Same thing if I give small a, what will happen? So it is going to no such grade. So why it is gone to no such grade? So actually A is there, but it is gone to no such grade. Why? Because so this is the case sensitive. Whatever in this single quotes, this must be case sensitive, so that when you give the capital letter, then it is picking and it is giving excellent. When it is small letter, then it is not in this list, so that it is going to else part and it is giving no such grade. Okay. So when you observe here, when I am executing this, it is enter substitution variable here. It is asking one name and I am giving, see here this time, well done it is coming. Suppose if I give bind parameter here, what will happen? It is throwing the error here. Okay. So for number it is okay. So number if you use the bind parameter or if you use the ampersand, it is working. But coming to this string values, that is character values, when you give bind parameter, it is throwing the error. Or else if you use the without the single quotes, then it will ask you the enter binds. Here you have to provide value here. Suppose if I am providing a, then it is giving excellent. So what is the difference here? Previous expression and this expression. Previously when I am using the ampersand, great day I will give. It is throwing the error here. Previously I used ampersand only. What is the difference? So when you are using for the character data type for this ampersand, then you have to mention in the single quotes. Okay. Same way when you are using the bind parameter, then you should not use this single quotes. Okay. It is executing. If you see here, it is executing here. So that means when you are using the colon, you should not use the single quotes. And when you are using the ampersand, then you have to, if I am giving, it is throwing the error. Why? Because it is a character data type, so you have to provide in the quotes. Okay. Either you have to give here itself quotes, then it will consider automatically. When you give this F like this, it will print it here. But when you are not giving in the single quotes here, and you are using the ampersand, then you have to provide within the single quotes here. Okay. So that is the difference you have to observe. What are the differences here? So when you are using the bind parameter, then you have to, for the number there will not be any issue. But coming to the string values, that should be problem, that you have to use the quotes when you are using the ampersand. But when you are using the bind parameter colon, then it is not required. Okay. So if you give the single quotes here, what will happen? It is throwing the error. So for the bind parameters, you should not use the single quotes here. When you are using the ampersand, then you can use the single quotes. Otherwise, in the input window, you can use the single quotes here. Then it is giving values here. Okay. So small little differences you have to observe how we are doing this. So same grade I am writing like this. So is there any other way you can write this program? So grade I am taking, and here when A, then we are printing every time using the DBMS output statement here. Okay. So other way you can use it. Simply you can put this value into one variable. Declare grade character 1 and result var cutoff 20. Begin case grade when A, then result assignment operator excellent. When B, then result assignment operator very good. When C, then result assignment operator well done. When D, result assignment operator you passed. When F, then result assignment operator better try again. Else result assignment operator no such grade. So only the difference here directly we are using the DBMS output statement, but here what we are doing, we are assigning that value into some variable, and in the last we are printing that variable result here. DBMS output underscore of result variable we are printing. Then what are the value it is there in this result? So based on the input value, so whether it will store or whether it will store. So in the last, what is there in this result, it will be going to print. I'm giving B. Then very good, it is printed. Okay. So here also same thing, but only the difference here straight away we are giving the DBMS output here. So here we are storing the value into some variable, and at the last I am using the DBMS output statement. So that is based on our requirement, you can use like that. Same way based on our department table, so you can use the case statement. Declare LV underscore department number data type assignment operator ampersand department number. That means in the runtime we have to pass the department number. Here dname we are taking another variable. Begin LV underscore dname assignment operator case statement I am starting here. Case LV underscore department number. When 10, then accounting. When 20, then research. When 30, sales. When 40, operations. Else unknown. So in the DBMS output, put underscore line of LV underscore dname. So here also if you see this in the above example, we are taking the result here. Okay. So here one variable we are taking, and in this variable we are assigning. So but here what we are doing, same variable into directly we are assigning into this LV underscore dname assignment operator case statement we are using. Okay, then at the last we are printing this LV underscore dname variable. So here also you can change this instead of the result assignment operator like this. Simply you can use the result assignment operator equals to case grade you can give. Okay, so I'll execute this one and I will tell you. Suppose department number 30 I am giving. So then sales it is printing. Okay. Same way if I am giving department number 20, then research it is printing. Okay. Same if this above example I can write in this same format. So instead of this, these many results usage. Simply you can use this case grade result assignment operator is equals to this I am taking. This entire logic I'll remove here now. Else result is equals to else unknown we are mentioning same way. Else no such grade. So you can use the DBMS output dot put underscore line of result column. Here I am giving. What is the difference here? So here there is no. Okay. What is that? And then we are seeing also and what here? Nothing any logic here. how it is working. Okay, same way you can write like this also. We are taking the two variables and assigning into this variable using this case statement. So same statement you can write like this also using this result assignment operator, and one more is DBMS output. How many types we are using this case? For the same output we are using the three types. One is using the direct DBMS output printing, and another is using the another variable, storing into another variable, and one more is direct away we are storing into this variable using the case statement. So these three syntaxes you have to remember. Either one you can use it. So yesterday I have asked you to do the string 1, string 2, string 3 option. So only Gayatri has somewhat she has completed, but others didn't complete this one. So I will share the document in that it is there. Okay. So Gayatri, you are missing means extra logic you have to add in this for the three strings. Okay. So the string 1, string 2 or both are equal, and string 3 is different. Then in that scenario, how will you verify that you have to add it? Okay.
Okay, sir. Today I will work out on it, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Don't spend much time. I will share that. Already have done this. This is the query you have to verify this like this. So declare string 1, string 2, string 3. So assignment operator. So runtime you have to pass the values. Then if length of string 1 greater than length of string 2 and length of string 1 greater than length of string 3, then we are using this string 1 is greater. Same scenario for the length of string 2 greater than string 1 and greater than string 3, then string 2 is greater. Or else length of string 3 is greater than string 1 and string 3, then this is the greater string 3. So after that we have to compare both these, length of string 1 and length of string 2 and length of string 1 and length of string 3, which is greater out of this. That means so you have to use the extra validations here. If you see string 2 is greater than string 1 and string 2 is less than string 3. So not only greater than, we have to check whether it is less than this string 2. So this within these two, if it is greater string 2 and less than this one, and this the string 2 is greater here. String 3 is greater. So same way, length of string 3 greater than length of string 1 and length of string 3 less than string 2, then string 2 is greater. So like a different scenarios you have to explore it. So what are the possible ways we will get it? Okay, else if both the strings are same, if length of string 1 is equal to length of string 2, then string 1 string 2 is greater. Okay, so else string 1 equals to string 2, then string 3 and string 2 is greater. Okay, all these combinations we have to verify like this. So otherwise all strings are not equal length. So here all strings are equal length, otherwise it is, you can say, not equal length. So this is about the conditional control statements. Tomorrow we'll continue with the iterative control statements. Iterative control statement means that is the loops. Okay, so repeating. This is a process of executing one or more statements repeatedly until a condition is satisfied. Loops repeat a statement or sequence of statements in the multiple times. It is used when we want to repeat the execution of one or more statements. So whether the condition is Boolean value or expression. Oracle is supposed to work with the 3 looping constructs, that is simple loop, while loop, for loop. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow. Oh, sorry, next class it is there now. Sorry. Okay. So under this we'll have the simple loop, one more is while loop and for loop. So maybe after this session, if it is disconnected, so try to connect immediately. Otherwise, after 10 minutes, you to connect it, because the Zoom meeting is immediately not connecting. So if it is any issue, you can try to connect after 10 minutes. Okay. Then again, simple loop syntax, you have the infinite loop, and finite loop. So under simple loop, we have the infinite loop and finite loop. What is that? Infinite loop means, so that means loop is starting and there is no end is provided when to exit that loop. Then it is called as a infinite loop. Okay, that means in the infinite loop, suppose loop will start after that statements, statement 1, statement 2, like that. You can give a number of statements. So after that, you can end loop. So every loop will have to end with end loop option. So here, once you end loop is given. So, but here once it is loop started, when to exit, that exit condition also you have to write it. So this is example of infinite loop syntax. This is the infinite loop syntax. Coming to the finite. Okay. So there will be loop starts here, and after that statements. So then exit when condition, end loop. This is the syntax you have to follow. So that means when you use this infinite loop, what will do? So program will be terminated in between. So because of the memory issues. Okay. Due to that, we have to use the